Mike Tyson reposted it.
What?
Yeah, Usain Bolt reposted it. Israel Adesanya from UFC reposted it. Dana White reposted it. The Rock commented somewhere on it. Like I said, what? He goes, bro, you need to check your Instagram immediately. Like, this is just blowing up. I said, no way, no how. And yeah, that video there, I think, took me from 8,000 followers to 20 in like 2 days.
Rage Whale. Special guest episode.
Today's special guest is poet and rap battler Big Scoop. Drew witnessed this man's skills live back in the day, and since then he's gone from strength to strength, narrating the dance troupe Diversity's live stage show. We discuss his viral videos, mental health, his theatre concepts, and bumping into Daniel Kaluuya accidentally. Great stories. Let's hear from the man himself.
Guys, welcome back to Rage Whale. We have a very exciting guest here with us today that I have the absolute honor and privilege to introduce. This is Dujon, also goes by the name Big Scoop. He is a rap battle MC, spoken word artist, actor / narrator for the Diversity touring show. He's an entrepreneur, and I believe he did like an advert for rum or whiskey. Is that right?
Yeah, I did one, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And there's also an awesome barbers you go to, and you've done some cool things for them, and you've been involved in some kind of like animation thing, and basically your voice is so epic. I can imagine you doing like cinema voiceovers and all kinds of things, man. So
Yeah, I've done a few things, yeah.
yeah, man. Have you got a voiceover artist, a voiceover agent as well? Like, or is that something?
Not at the moment. It's still something I'm still trying to get into a bit more.
Nice.
Because I didn't really think about the voiceover thing until maybe a year ago, to be honest.
Dude, I just want to say, like, so how I met this insanely talented guy, right? We were at a place called BYOB, which is Bring Your Own Bars, and I think it was East Croydon, right? Is that right? East Croydon?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. And that's normally run by I think it's called Soft Spoken.
That's what, yeah.
Is his kind of handle on Instagram, and Haroon as well, that he used to do the DJing, but now he's rocking the poetry as well. And this guy came up onto the stage and just set it ablaze, man. And I think everyone was just so blown away by his performance and his such clever wordplay. And yeah, it was like, there's moments where people say it again if like a line hits you. And this poor guy had to repeat it, man. We pretty much turned Big Scoop into a parrot because he had to repeat so many lines because they were just smoking hot, man. And hopefully he'll be sharing some of his amazing spoken word with us this evening as we kind of delve into this episode.
That would be amazing. Yeah, no pressure, man. But if you've got one you want to, that'd be great to hear. Yeah,
yeah, it's no problem, man. Of course, I'm honored to be honest.
Well, what do you prefer being called when we're talking to you here? Do you prefer Dujon or
Scoop, Big Scoop, whichever? I don't mind. Just Scoop if you want to.
All right, cool. Nice one, Scoop. All right, cool.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know where you want to start. Like, where did your love and passion for words come from, man? And like,
funny enough, it was school. Initially, I never used to concentrate in class a lot. And I used to write that rap stuff and poetry here and there. And it was a teacher that kind of caught me and was discovered. And she was like, "No, this stuff is really good." She's like, "This stuff is really, really good." And I was like, I never really put it out there. But then, if I was to be honest with you, I don't want to say I got into it by accident, but obviously I'm a big battle rap fan. And, obviously the scene in America is huge. And there was a night when they came over here to have an event. And you can go online and check it. Basically, one of the guys who I grew up watching was like, "Oh, does anyone think they're good enough to get on the stage and battle, so on and so forth?" And everyone just kind of threw me up there, threw me under the bus, really. I was like, "Yeah, him, grab him." And I was like, "Oh, God." There's like 1,300 people in this building.
whoa.
And I was thinking, if I go up there and choke or go up there, I'm so finished. But I got up there and, yeah, I completely set it alight. And I think it was just getting a read. I didn't know. Funny thing was, I didn't know what Twitter was. And then one of the guys was like, "You need to get a Twitter." And I was like, "What's that?" And he just shook his head. And but yeah, man, everyone they went nuts. And then that's how I got into battle rap initially. And that was well before spoken word. So I did that for like, I'd say a good at least 5 to 6 years before I got into spoken word.
Yeah, because I saw some of your videos, man. That you guys, listen to this episode, you can check out his videos on Big Scoop on Instagram, and I think you've got some of those clips, man, of you battling people, and it's like proper up close and personal. It's quite like 8 Mile, man. It's got such a kind of atmosphere, man. It's so good. And were you freestyling like, or have you got words that you hook onto to go? I know where I can take this a little bit, or.
Well, basically with battle rap, you get given your opponent, and it's a scene. We all know each other. Like we're all familiar with each other. You got guys from up north, guys from London. We even have events called North versus South, where you get the guys from the north of the river versus the south of the river. We all know each other, so you get given an opponent, and you get given prep time. So they might say, all right, we got an event in 2 months. You got your prep time here. You got 3 rounds to write. Each round's maybe 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and that's it.
Wow.
That's
DJ, spin that shit.
Yeah, it can be.
But that must be like proper exciting, like the thrill you get from like the audience react, because no one's quiet, no one just listens to you, like everyone's like hyping you up and stuff like that. That must be like, because like even performing on stage, like Drew's done and you've done as well, must be exhilarating to a degree. But that's got to be a whole different level, man.
Yeah, for battle rap, it's amazing because the crowd, battle rap crowd, they're waiting to be like, they love it. Like, they absolutely love it, and it's like you see that, especially within the scene when they know you. So like, obviously, I developed a name over time, and like with a lot of these cars, these people they know you. So it's like even a battle with you getting announced, they're excited. So then you turn up to the venue, and everyone's just excited for the battle already, and it's just it's amazing, man.
You feel like you're kind of living up to those expectations, man, and like it's where did Big Scoop come from, man, as well? Because like that's such a fascinating name. In my mind, I'm thinking of like the best kind of ice cream. Like, give me a big scoop of that, baby. I want
This is
some.
the thing. I don't like ice cream under any circumstances.
You don't like ice cream?
I don't like the texture of it. Don't like it. And I remember being a kid, and they were like, everyone was like, "You're a weirdo." And then one guy was like, "I'm gonna call you Scoop," and the name stuck, and could never get rid of it. And I said, "You know what?
Bro,
yeah."
That is profound, though. That like the non-love for ice cream has become your amazing stage name, and everyone's like, "Get Big Scoop!" Like that is so cool, man.
Just stuck, man.
I was going to ask actually, what is your vibe when it comes to the rap battle? Because obviously I've seen some of their stuff online, but like you know how you've got prep time and stuff like that. But I've seen a lot of your stuff which deals with like mental health and is a bit deeper than your average. But when you're doing the battle, are you obviously quite a lot of those are quite aggressive put downs to each other? Is that what sort of is your technique for attacking or beating your opponent?
I like that. So in battle rap, is like, I don't know. Everyone has a different kind of style. So in battle rap, you're trying to break down your opponent. So you might take something they said, or something they do, or something quirky about them, and just clown them about it. Or you can just, I could make punchlines out of anything. So I've had loads of punchlines just be like the most random things in the world. And then, then you've got your battlers who like, I don't know if you heard of a guy called Shuffle T, very, very witty, very clever guy. Very, very, I mean, he's one person you wouldn't really want to battle because he will take one thing about you and completely destroy you about it.
Wow.
And he won't run out of ammunition either, apart either, and it's like, wow. But yeah, my style, it's a mixture of punchlines and talking down to people and just general premise of battle rap, really.
Yeah.
I'm a completely different person outside of the ring than I am in it. I'm horrible in the ring.
Have you seen that guy online? I can't remember his name now. He does the opposite. It's a proper battle, like someone tearing him down, and his response is literally building him up, building the opponent up. He doesn't take
compliments.
Yeah, he just over compliments, but the compliments are quite backhanded as well. So they're taking the piss, but it doesn't seem like it. He seems like a really goofy white guy, like being nice about him, but because he's being nice, it's not a compliment.
It's like reverse psychology as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it's funny. It's funny shit.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they
bring you.
have this thing in America called the league's called I'm too something about I'm too nice, and the whole thing is just a compliment battle. You have to compliment your opponent for 3 rounds. It's the most hilarious thing you'll ever watch.
Oh man, you got to send us links to that. That'd be
I
awesome.
definitely will, man.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a reminder to say we love and appreciate you all for listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, follow, as this really helps us continue to progress and improve the content and keeps us making these fun episodes for you guys. Oh, we're also on these things called Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us there too, as we share short, funny reels on the reg that you can share with friends if you like. Now, back to the mayhem.
I just wanted to get into, because I mean, dude, diversity. When I first saw diversity, my mind was blown, because I believe it's like a family of brothers, and they worked hard, like on every kind of bit of spare time they had. They were working on choreography and coming up with different ways to create almost like a transformer thing of like all of them together. It reminded me of like the kind of, yeah, like Transformers essentially, man. Which and then they come out,
Diversity, the dance group, just in case people
yeah.
don't understand.
Sorry, I was getting to that. But yeah, I mean, how did you? Because man, when I saw about the gig that you had, like you were the narrator for the show that was on tour. I mean, did you have to audition for that, or like were you kind of
No.
called up, or you knew someone? Like, what was the?
So big shout out to Ashley Banjo, the leader of the team, the big boss himself. Funny enough, I had a video go viral, like a spoken word video go viral. And I was going through my notifications and it said, "Oh, Ashley Banjo follows you." I said, "Flipping hell. Okay, Ashley Banjo follows me, all right." So I shot him a message and I was like, "Thank you. I really love what you do," so on and so forth. And we just started talking from there. I would ask him little bits of advice and really, really nice guy. He never really ignored me or anything like that. He just really took the time to speak to me because he saw I was passionate about what I was doing. He really took the time out. And yeah, generally a nice guy. Then he always said to me that I want to work with him on something. I just don't know what yet. And then I think it was like a couple of years later now, I wrote like a spoken word piece, like a dedication to like diversity in his career. And then he hit me up like a month later and was like, "Look, we're going on tour. It's gonna be like 90 odd shows. I need you to come and like kind of write. I'll help you write and narrate the story that we're going to be telling." And I was like, wow. Um, I was blown away because I
That's
thought, wow,
insane.
man, like,
Wait, so did you kind of co-write? So some of it is your
yeah,
actual
yeah,
words and like your creative take on that show. Like,
yeah,
wow, man, what talk about a legacy thing that
yeah.
you're narrating diversity's like tour
But,
like that.
but what are you actually narrating anyway? What is it like? You prepping each dance sequence, or what is it?
So they were telling a story about the story's kind of long to explain, but the story was about a guy that kind of was going through it. Was a music artist, got dropped by the label, had a car crash, so on and so forth. So I was just narrating certain pieces in sync. So they would come out, do a dance sequence, then I came and did the intro to the story about how he was going through stuff, and it was all to music as well. It was all to music. Then I would go back. Then they would have, for example, the car crash scene. I would come out, tell everybody what happened, go back. He'd now be in hospital. I come out and I'm narrating what's going on in the hospital, so on and so forth. And then that was
Wow,
that was it.
That's
mind
cool.
blowing.
So what you're literally on stage, like almost like acting in a way, like
Yeah,
part
on
of
stage with them.
play, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you'd have scenes where I'm literally telling the story and they're behind me dancing. They're
that's
behind me dancing, acting out the scenes. Yeah,
Oh, that's
incredible.
insane.
it
I
was
mean,
it was it was
what a gig as
amazing.
well. But I also like thank you for sharing that story as well, because the concept behind that of you writing a piece
Mhm,
dedicated to diversity, and
mhm,
then he picks up on that and goes, "Come on, let's find a way for this kind of synchronicity to work together."
It's so nice for like something from like, I mean, X Factor. I think everyone's got their opinions whether they like it or don't like it, and it does bring to the forefront some really interesting
mhm.
characters and presents. Well, not X Factor, it's Britain's Got
Britain's
Talent.
Got Talent,
Yeah,
A bit more variety, isn't it? But that's
Mhm.
it. When you get like 20 singers every year, it's like, oh God, give us a break. So it's quite nice when you get something a bit different, and they've been the biggest success of dance
course.
troupe out of that whole program, haven't they?
Yeah, they won Britain's Got Talent 17 years ago now.
No.
That's how long it's been, yeah.
Whoa.
I remember being on
Little
stage.
Perry, didn't you?
Huh? Yeah.
Little Perry with the afro, and he's all
Yeah,
grown up now.
he's all my height now, and I'm 6'1". We're not enough eye to eye now. He's a grown man now.
I don't even believe that. I mean, I believe you, but I don't believe that.
That's mad. 17 years. That's mental.
Because when I was on tour, that was last year, and I remember being on stage and was like, yeah, you used to think we won this like 16 years ago.
Man, 2009. So yeah, it's 17 years next year, basically. Yeah.
Whoa.
What? Yeah, 16 and a half years currently. It's almost 17. That is
insane.
That makes you feel old, right?
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, it does, man. Really does. I was on stage when he said it, and I was like, damn, I'm getting old.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
How old was he when he was in that? The kid, he must have been like 12 or something like that, and now he's going to be like 30.
About 12. Yeah, he's about 12. Yeah.
1 minute you're 12 getting thrown like over the shoulders of someone doing flips, and then you're like 30 odd. You're like, can I still do flips?
And they're still throwing them around now.
Yeah, still throwing them around like, go on.
Definitely around now, so
That's a mad one. I was just gonna say that rum ad you did, like, what was like, that was so cool, man. And again, using your narrating voice to tell a narrative and storytelling. Did you write the story?
Yeah, I wrote that one out. So basically, that was for a company, my friend's company called Let's Stars. It's a cognac company.
Yeah.
It's cognac. So
what's it called?
Let's Stars. That's how it's pronounced. I might be butchering the name, excuse me. But yeah.
So good.
Let's Stars. Yeah, I think he always said it's Let's Stars. So he always wanted. It's a good friend of mine. He always wanted to start a liquor company, and we were like, "What are you gonna sell?" And he said, "You know what? I'm gonna do cognac." And he said, "If I do it, will you help me like do some voiceover stuff? I'll get the video done, and you just write up some stuff for me and how, just building it up and how it is." And I said, "No problem." Like that. And I did a couple of them. I think we're doing another one real soon as well.
Nice.
Sweet. So nice little kickbacks and little few free bottles every now and again.
Oh yeah, we get loads, man. That stuff is strong, man. That stuff is way too strong for me, man.
This is what I mean about just jobs presenting themselves and how like you're so in sync with the universe that all these opportunities are coming your way, man. I saw you at an event as well, like that you shared on Instagram with Daniel Kaluuya.
Kaluuya,
Yeah. What was that about, man? It's like he's giving you props and you're giving him props, and it's like, wow, man, the Get Out guy. Like, I mean, that's
So shout out to Buck OTB as like Giggs' manager. He's a guy that's really tapped in with the scene, and he sent me a message on Instagram. Was like, look, Sully Breaks recommended you with another really talented poet, one of the pioneers of the scene. Cause I've worked with Sully loads of times, and he said, I've seen your stuff, bro. I really like you to come and perform on my show. I got singers, comedians, spoken word. And I said, yeah, no problem. I didn't realize him and Daniel Kaluuya are best friends. They grew up together. They're best friends. And obviously, I've got that poem where I said, there's no point trying to be the shooter. In fact, you're sunk in place trying to get out like Daniel Kaluuya. I didn't realize he was in the crowd.
oh.
I had no clue. And then when I got off stage, now I got a big standing ovation, which was amazing. I got off stage and he like walked around the side of the stage and was like, "I like the way you name dropped me." And I was like, "Oh my God, Daniel Kaluuya!" And he was like, "Oh, he was like, brother, you're a very, very talented guy. I really love what you did. Not just as you name dropped me, but I really like your poetry, man. Like, keep going." Like, and I was just so amazed, man.
Dude, I mean, seriously, guys. I mean, I mean, probably you've heard some of his stuff when you've seen it, but to see Big Scoop live, man, was an absolute game changer, mate. And I remember when I felt like a big stalker of yours, even though I'd just known you for like 5 minutes because you just turned up on stage and just killed the scene. But do you remember I came over to the side of the bar and I was like, "Dude, man, can we just swap deets? Because like I wanna follow your career, man." And mate, you are such an inspiration to me as a poet and a spoken word artist, and
Thank you.
it just, bro, your wordplay and your storytelling is just so on point. It is
Thank
so
you.
poignant and so powerful.
Thank you.
Like the way that you almost have to revisit it because it's so clever. You've almost got like a kind of Nolan-esque style, because it's like, I need to revisit that because it's so profound. The paradox of your words and wordplay is just beautiful,
Thank you.
man. I didn't
Thank
know
you.
if there's any particular pieces you'd like to share on here.
I don't mind at all. I know there was one you asked me, I think, earlier.
Yeah, it's the one I saw
Um,
recently on your Instagram page. I think it came up today. No, it's the one that you shared. I think. Yeah.
yeah, I put it out yesterday, or yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I don't mind. So it goes. You see, anybody that's going through it right now, I just pray that things get better. You see, a lot of us don't recognize our privilege because we've never been put under pressure. You'll see a man eating out of a bin and somehow view him as lesser. But the same man eating out of a bin simply reminds me that one man's trash is another man's treasure. And that's why I don't let up. Every day above ground is a blessing. I thank God every time that I get up. Every time that you lose is a lesson. You shouldn't feel like you're being set up. But it's like that dance film. Understand there's no happy endings if you're not willing to step up. And that there is the truth. Understand I'm far from a hater. A lot of us want everything on a plate, but you can't treat God like a waiter. I was out here putting faith in man when I should have put faith in my savior. But the truth is, when you're surrounded by animals, you revert back to human nature. See, I'm from a place where best friends turn into traitors. And just like a printer, they'll pull out a tray for that paper. I'm talking slide with a pole like Vlad the Impaler. It's crazy. And then yeah, that was that bit there.
Man. I can't even get my head around how you.
You see all the clever analogies and like symbolism and like.
Yeah, it's
You know,
not.
what it is, it's like I get all the time people are like, oh, how do you come up with punchlines or is that, do you know what it is for me? Battle rappers, you get judged a lot on your like content, and then I'm not gonna lie, I'm very much obsessed with trying to write the most clever thing I can,
Yeah.
because it's like I will look at something and say, no, I can split that word into three things now. It doesn't just mean this. This one has a double meaning, or this has this, and it's like, I think one of my most viral moments was a battle. It's right now. I think it's on my Instagram. It's on 1.1 million views.
Whoa.
On TikTok, it's on 15 million currently.
Jesus.
Across different platforms, was a bar where I said, you better start acting right. Because if you're a goat, I'm a god, and a goat to a god is a sacrifice. And then
I saw that. That is a
Yeah,
clever
I
line.
saw the goat with the flame. Yeah.
you know, and funnily enough, I said that line. And when I wrote it, I thought, okay, that's gonna do all right. That's all right. My mate was like, yeah, that's. He said, yeah, that's gonna go viral. I thought, I don't know. I went to bed that night, right? When I posted it, I woke up to like 30 missed calls. I'm thinking, mate, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. If someone isn't in hospital or something, I'm gonna drag you in the morning. He said, bro, look at your Instagram. Look at your Instagram. I saw that Mike Tyson reposted it.
What?
Yeah, Usain Bolt reposted it. Israel Adesanya from UFC reposted it. Dana White reposted it. The Rock commented somewhere on it. Like I said, what? He goes, bro, you need to check your Instagram immediately. Like, this is just blowing up. I said, no way, no how. And yeah, that video there, I think, took me from 8,000 followers to 20 in like 2 days.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, literally 2 days. It was,
But that's
my
so
phone kept blowing up.
It's like, because I think I can't remember how long it is, but even if it was just like 2 sentences, that shows the power, literally the
Mhm.
power of your words. 2 sentences, and you get like 10, 15,000 followers off 2 sentences.
But
Yeah,
that
and then
wordplay is so good because, like,
Yeah.
goat is almost overused these days of being
Mhm.
like greatest of all time. Everyone's the greatest of all time, but like
Mhm.
to flip it that way, make the goat lower down the pedestal is
Mhm.
genius. It is
Yeah.
genius. Something no one's thought
The,
before.
the goat is literally the bait. Like, it is the snack. You're just going to eat them up, man.
Jurassic Park, man.
Yeah, it is Jurassic Park, man. You're the T-Rex, Big Scoop.
Mhm.
Um, would you be would you be happy to kind of recite the one with Daniel, the one that you did about?
Oh yeah, so that goes.
Sorry, man. I know I'm kind of like just putting,
Listen,
so a bit of a coin in the jukebox and like play your best
I
hits.
don't mind, man.
I'm
I'm
just,
always on it to perform, man. I'm never.
yeah.
This is what I do, man. I love it.
So impressed if you remember all the words without
Yeah,
looking
and
at
also
like a
as you can tell,
script or
I'm a
something.
crazy
Is that
fan.
all up
So.
here?
Yeah, literally, man. I spent all day trying to memorize stuff, man.
I can't remember
Trust me,
shit.
it's mind numbing.
That's
It's
never
mind
mind
numbing. So
rhyming and clever shit. Just remembering shit is a talent.
I say, how does that go now? Yeah, it goes. You see, when I talk to the kids, I told them, name me one benefit from being the shooter. See, it's like that weight loss show. You could end up the biggest loser because having a big head is like my wife and kids. I mean, everyone sees you're a junior, but the truth is you're sunk in place trying to get out like Daniel Kaluuya. But you see, life just isn't fair. See, I'm from a place where you got to deal with blood on your plate due to the fact beef isn't rare. And just like dandruff, I've seen guys start flaking, but that's not the way we're conditioned here. It's all about changing your mindset. I'm just being upfront. If you live fast and furious, don't be surprised when you direct. I've never gone to an optician. But the last time I checked, the aim of the game is to blow and see more bands on a live set. Now, the aim of the game is progression. Never go back or take any side steps. The one thing Billie Jean showed us is eventually you're going to get where you're going, even if that means taking the light steps. No, but allow me to digress, because if we're talking stunting, I've never been 1-2 like a mic check. I'm from a place where guys flex arms, and I'm not talking a bicep, the same place where you got stomach pain, but that's just something to digest. And then, yes, thanks.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
There's so many lines that you don't know where it's going. Like,
The Billie Jean line is amazing. The light step.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mate.
What a music video that was.
Oh, amazing, man.
He's just being a stalker. Chilling.
Mate, that's
That was one of the first poems I ever wrote.
really?
Literally one of the first poems I ever wrote.
How old were you when you did that then?
Funny enough, I mean, like, this is when I just got back into poetry. So I'm like 27, I'm 35 now, so I'm about 28.
Wow.
And that was like one of the first pieces I said, you know what? I really sat down and said, you know, I'm going to write something crazy today. And that piece is about 7.5 minutes long.
Oh,
Wow.
right, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 7.5 minutes long, yeah.
Whereabouts is it you live?
I live in South Norwood. It's not far from Croydon.
Okay. Yeah.
Not far from Croydon, yeah.
Drew, you weren't that far away from that area, were you? You're in South.
Well, yeah, I was Forest Hill, man. Yeah, kind of like
Yeah, you're not far from me.
southeast area. Yeah.
I was north, so we can have beef. I used to be in North London, so I was
Really?
yeah.
As long as you don't support Tottenham, I'm all right.
I lived very close. I was like Enfield. I worked like Muswell Hill, Highgate, and shit like that. But I lived like Enfield.
Polar opposite.
Huh?
Polar opposite to where I am at, yeah.
Yeah.
Far, real far from me.
Sorry, do you say that you wrote that when you were 28? Is that what you? So wait, did you get into poetry quite late? Because I'd imagine you as a young boy just writing amazing poetry and then just kind of building up as like a kind of strategy.
I got into poetry when I was young, then I completely stopped. I didn't write anything again until I started battling, and I was like 23 then. And then I didn't get into poetry until I was like 28. About 28.
Wow. I mean, who are your kind of like who are the goats that you go to in your mind? Like, I'm gonna listen to this person, or I'm gonna play. Because I was thinking like Eminem, like his wordplay is insane.
His wordplay is insane. I grew up listening to a lot of Eminem when I was young. Marshall Mathers LP. For me, when it comes to like, there were certain battle rappers that I looked up to. A guy called Loaded Lux. To me is the epitome of. There's a freestyle he's done, where literally you have to, I think someone said they watched it 8 times and still didn't catch every line.
Wow.
He is that good at breaking down words. It's unbelievable. Like, and I've met him quite a few times actually, but he's very good. Very, very, very good. Very good at what he does, and I'd also say I like Sonny Breaks a lot, just because of he's got a combination of being good with words, but also knowing how to paint a picture.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally give him a topic, and you can from what he's saying, you can picture yourself there. He's a very good storyteller.
Yeah.
But that's like that.
Have you what are your thoughts on kind of rappers that they've got really good storytelling, but they're also really fast with their kind of like wordplay? Like, have you heard of Tech Nine?
Tech Nine, yep.
Yeah, man.
Joyner Lucas is kind of like that.
Okay, yeah.
Joyner Lucas kind of like that. Very good.
And then NF, is it NF?
NF, I've heard about NF, yeah.
Yeah. Some of those people, man. I listen to some of their wordplay, and it's just like it's mind blowing. Like when Tech Nine was doing a duo with NF.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got this little battle sequence in the middle where he talks about saying, I'll give you lyris cirrhosis. Like, I can't, like, but it was just, I was like, wait, did he just say lyris cirrhosis? Like, just, he's got this whole section.
Flipping words, yeah.
Oh,
it's
man.
amazing.
It's just, man.
I was meant to see Tech Nine a couple of months ago, but the show got cancelled.
No.
It was he was supporting with a few other bands, Falling in Reverse, but they didn't check that the lead singer's not allowed in England because he's a criminal. So they didn't check that. They were booking the show. It's like,
yeah, he's featured with
schoolboy era.
Yeah.
That's awkward. So what are you up to at the moment, man? Like what kind of projects are going on, or like what kind of behind the scenes stuff, or is there any stuff you can share, or like
this year started off quiet for me. I had a lot going on, but like now I've got quite a few shows this year. Right now I'm in the middle of I've started writing like a production, like a theatre production. I decided to just write one. So I said, you know what? What I wanna do is take my style. I wanna get some actors. I've picked 3 concepts. And I wanna get some actors and I wanna narrate a show through those concepts. So I'll give you one. So for example, we live in a world where everyone thinks they're a relationship expert, and it's just getting on my nerves now. Like, give her a rest. So I've got a sequence where I got 2 of my friends, male and female, and picture them coming in there arguing. She says, "Oh, you never take me anywhere nice," and then he goes, "You're only with me, but you're only with me for superficial things." And then they argue, and I come in and I say, "Now she's either your soulmate or your cellmate. She's either your slice of heaven or the devil that's waiting at hell's gates. Now she's either your other half or simply a whole mess. She's either the woman you call home or the reason you want to come home less, and that's your choice. And I'm just hoping you get it. Realize picking a long-term partner is based on more than aesthetics. A lot of us be chasing the bad ones and ignoring the sweet ones like diabetics, and too many think it's a flex. But you see, the dating scene is just like Twitter, because at one point we got used to a bird who then turned into an ex. Realize that you can't lead with your heart if you're not going to talk with your chest. And you can end up just like Turner, losing somebody that was simply the best, and then I bow out of the scene and they carry on arguing. And then I come back in again.
That Twitter line is outrageous.
I didn't even know you had started doing spoken word there. I just thought you were talking, and then it went, "Oh, that rhymed." Oh, he's in the zone.
Mic drop, mate. That is serious. I think that's genius, man. I could see that at the Bush Theatre, or like come with the one in the Waterloo. What's the other one that's it's gonna really annoy me now. They do loads of kind of like experimental stuff. You should get Daniel in the play, man. You should seriously write to him.
I would love. Honestly, I'm gonna reach out to everyone I can. I spoke to Ashley Banjo. I gave him the idea, and he said to me, he just said, "Yeah, bro, it's about time you do something like this
mate,
for yourself."
If I'm honest, man, I think that is genius. That also reminds me a little bit of the Eminem thing, like Guilty Conscience. When his conscience in the play, and like they're doing that thing, then he steps up and then does the little narration of what's going on, and then it cuts back into the scene. But I think that's genius.
And do you mean 3 separate concepts, or one concept with 3 stages in it?
So like 3 separate concepts. So that one's based on like love and whatever. Then I got the other one of like I talk about basic like mental health and perseverance. Yeah. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a massive advocate for men's mental health. I think it's something that doesn't get spoken about enough. I don't think there's enough places for men to like just vent, just vent and be themselves. Just be themselves. That's for me. I've always said, you know what? I've seen too many guys like go through it behind closed doors or have to be tough and this and that. And it's like I always say, you don't have to be that person. You don't have to be that person. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders and feel like there's no one to talk to. Always talk to somebody. Find somebody. I've always said I'd rather shoulder your tears than shoulder your casket. So that's just the way I see things. So for me, that's one of the topics I'm going to be diving into, the fact that a lot of us, we put pressure on ourselves. There's always this pressure to quote unquote be a man or man up or this and that and the other. And it's like, nah, life isn't really that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never seen that life isn't really that. At the end of the day, sometimes we pressure ourselves too much.
Yeah.
And that's just the way.
I hear that, man, and I'm a huge advocate for mental health, and a lot of the kind of poetry I do as well tries to kind of break that stigma on men's mental health in particular. The one little thing I was saying about was the demons win when we stay silent. The idea that we're not putting things out there, we are not speaking the things that haunt us in the background. And then I also say, why would we have tears why would we have tear ducts if we're not supposed to tap into those emotions, man?
Exactly. I always say a lot of it comes from, say, your youth as well, because a lot of how you're raised shapes who you are or how you become a man. And this is why even when I go into schools and I do workshops, I tell the young boys, like, showing having emotions is normal. Don't let anyone tell you you're not normal because you have emotion. Yeah, you're supposed to have emotions. Don't let anyone tell you that you shouldn't cry or that you shouldn't do this and that, or that you're less man if you get upset. That's nonsense. That's nonsense.
When you're young, it often comes out as anger rather than emotion, though, doesn't it? Because you don't know how to cope with it. And I think men's mental health has been spoken about a lot more these days, but it's still taboo. Like, just because we mention it doesn't mean we're doing it. That's the problem. I think a lot of people think, oh no, it's out there now. Men talk about mental health now. It's fine. I'm like, yeah, but it's still difficult to actually say you're in trouble or you're having difficulties.
Saying I need help is still very hard. Because pride and things like that get in the way. But when I found out that the biggest killer of men between 25 and 40 is suicide, that blew my mind. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, that shows you there's a real problem.
Yeah, 100%, man. Alan Watts, who's this philosopher, he was saying that our species finds a way to cull itself. So it's like the idea that if it's not wars and mass famine, it's the idea that we're doing it through the kind of demons in our minds, because we're not exercising those demons by speaking out about how we truly feel. And then it's like, I think someone was saying that men wear masks so much in society that they forget who they are, and they get so lost in the person they're pretending to be that they forget how to get back to being themselves. And it's so tiring when you get home and have to take off that mask. You're like, I don't even know who I am anymore in social situations. It's like, we shouldn't be afraid to be ourselves in any given situation.
Of course, you know what? I think the pivotal moment for me was I did a big men's mental health piece on a show called Life and Rhymes on Sky, and it was hosted by Benjamin Zephaniah. Rest in peace to him.
God bless him. Yeah.
And that video kind of blew up, and it was, funnily enough, off the back of that, I did an event, and a guy came up to me at the end of the event. He was like, "Can I just talk to you for a second?" Yeah, I said, "Of course." And he goes, "I don't know how to say this, but you saved my life." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "That spoken word piece really saved my life, bro." He said, "I didn't think anyone cared or that anyone," he said, "but it really spoke to me." And I was like, I was really taken aback by what he was saying. And he was like, "I hope you don't think I'm strange for telling you this." I said, no, at all. And he was just like, "Yeah, don't stop doing what you're doing." He said, "Because if anything, you definitely saved me that day." I was like, wow.
Mate, I mean,
Wow.
That's got to give some good validation, man, to the sort of work you're putting out there.
Yeah, that hit me in the chest. I mean, that really, really, Like he said, bro, do you mind if I just want to give you a hug, bro? And I said, yeah, of course. I bring it in, and I was like, wow, man, like.
I mean, that's that. It was like what you're saying is like being a writer. If your words can save lives, I mean, what an incredible moment. Just hearing you say that reminded me of just that image of all these men that took off their belt and they tied themselves to the man that tried to jump off the bridge in America, I think it was. And the idea that they tied themselves to another living soul to stop them. And these are complete strangers. That's why I think sometimes when it might not be your friends or your family that save you, it could be a complete stranger. But the fact that they're trying to stop you from ending it all.
That's sometimes easier to open up to a stranger that doesn't know you because they won't be judging you because they don't know to judge you. That's why therapists are a good idea rather than your friends sometimes. Even though your friend should be there, it's still uncomfortable sometimes for certain problems, isn't it?
Of course, vulnerability is very hard. Very, 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 it's very, very hard. I can understand why someone you've known for years, people would have this ideology that, this person should be your friend, it should be a no judgment zone, and it might be, it might not, but I can understand why you'd be apprehensive.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the reveal bit because there's also that kind of part of your brain that when you leave, you go, should I have said that? Are they going to look at me a different way? Are they going to act different around me? And then when they start to change the scene, when you turn up, you then start to feel more uncomfortable because well, hang on a minute. I don't want things to change. I just want to be able to be myself and maybe let you know every now and then. It's like I wrote a poem once about the idea of saying, how are you? Is this just a sentence that we say in society that we're allowed to say? Because when we don't want the real answer. Because when people go, I'm fine, it's like that's what we just kind of put in, like it's an envelope into that slot. But it's like we're too afraid to say how we really feel. So when someone asks you that, that's like a trigger to the head. Like, how are you? Like, oh, that is a loaded question, but it shouldn't be. It's like, yeah, it's weak, man. And
I saw a picture, right, and it was so profound. I had a picture of like 6 people, one of them being Robin Williams, right, and it said, the people that make everybody laugh, or the people that laugh the most are carrying the most pain. And I'll never forget rapper Kevin Gates said he had a friend that checked in on everyone, made sure everybody was okay, and he said this guy smiled, never complained. He said he got a message from him as he got on the plane, and this guy wrote him a message saying, I can't do this anymore. He said he got off the plane, found out, taking his own life. And he said it was shocking for him, because this is a guy that checked in on everybody, made everyone laugh, never showed any signs of being even upset with life. But he just kept everything in, and then obviously just got too on top for him. So he said, this is why when he, like you just said about the question, how are you? He said, I don't just ask, how are you? Like, I want you to tell me what's going on. Like, I don't want you to sit there and say, yeah, I'm fine. He said, no, what's really going on? And he said, I always check on the people that seem to care about everyone else and no one checks on them.
Yeah, man. The strong silent type, innit? Which is like the worst kind in a way that they're so damaged they're trying to fix other people, man. Because they don't know how to deal with their own. Yeah, man, that's
I mean, another person that I know deals with a bit of like mental health stuff and other aspects is someone I know I've worked with, but you know as well, Usain Bolt.
Yes.
Yeah, you did an event with him, or he held an event.
Yeah, the clips of him. Yeah.
Yeah, how did you meet him, and how did
he hit me up on the gram? He was like, "Bro, your stuff's amazing. Like, I like your stuff." And I was like, "Bro, yeah, you're likewise, you know." Likewise, you know. He's a massive advocate for mental health. Funny enough, I need to message him actually, because I think we're supposed to be doing something together.
Well, let him know you've come on here, because he might not. I'd like to think he would remember me, but he probably doesn't. I was a photographer on a film he was on with Professor Green and Miriam Margolis.
Okay.
So we hung out and we became friendly, and he did a gig in King's Cross at Scala in like 2018 or something like that. So I did his live photos and stuff like that for that as well. It was him and a few others, and it was awesome. He's a really nice guy. But then
Very, very,
pandemic
very
hit,
nice guy, man.
and I haven't been in touch with him for a while. But yeah, he's a really good lad, isn't he?
Yeah, very nice guy, man. Very, very humble guy.
Yeah. So what you got next with him then?
We sat down and we were like, what should we do? Like, and I think we might put our spoken word. We'll put our spoken word piece together and probably a track as well.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Definitely.
Sorry, man, I was going to say, man, please, if you can, you should create like an audio book, like of some of your pieces, and sell that, bro, because it's like, I think people would just absolutely love that. Not only your kind of powerful narrating voice, but your amazing storytelling and your wordplay, and to be able to, like, if they're like 7 minutes each, and just have like 8 to 10 tracks of just like this kind of spoken word album, man. Essentially, yeah.
I've basically been working on that album. I've got enough to release a whole album now. I just haven't really done it. So what I do, but what I've incorporated now, I got a friend called Kev, goes by the name Silver. I said one of the most amazing electric guitar players you will ever hear. And I've added electric guitar to a lot of my stuff.
Okay.
Just as background, because it really adds a lot of it just adds a lot to your spoken word. There's a spoken word piece on my page, I think not too far down where I've done that. And yeah, I'm gonna start incorporating that a lot more. And probably put out something audio based that.
Oh,
I think
sweet.
that's amazing. I just thought of another crazy concept. Before you release the play idea, you could always try that as a radio play as well, man. If you was in a studio, you get the actors to do the scenes, then you're doing the narrating, then you kind of pitch the idea and people can hear it kind of audio wise, and then go, man, I'd love to visually see this, and go, listen, can we get the Pleasance Theatre? Can we get the Bush Theatre? Can we get, and there's so many amazing theatres, man, in London. Like, I'm sure they just scoop it up. And there's places in Waterloo, there's like the underground tunnels and all that kind of stuff where they're doing like loads of new age kind of unique work, man.
Yeah, I spoke to a friend about it. He's very well connected guy. Okay? I've known him for years, and I basically gave him the idea, and he goes, he said, I've spoken to 2 people who might be willing to fund it. So I said, really? And he was like, yeah. He said they really love what you do. So
Mate,
yeah, they love the idea of it. So when you're ready, we'll revisit the conversation, and hopefully you get it funded. I might do it maybe in a small theatre, maybe Peckham Theatre or something initially, sell the tickets and get it obviously recorded professionally and see how it goes.
If it has elements of mental health as well, you could reach out to some charities, man, like Samaritans or Calm, and then that's a cool kind of like link to getting it out there on a kind of production level as well, but also putting mental health on the map, because I know you're big into that. Like,
definitely.
Do you watch films? Because obviously we kind of do like movies, like the kind of on Rage Whale, but obviously we love to kind of interview really exciting and interesting people, but we love to kind of get their views on movies, or what have you watched recently, or what kind of would you recommend people to check out?
Film wise is weird because I got into films really late. I watch a lot of like series and stuff, and like one of the guys I work with, right, he really, really got upset with me because he was like, there's certain films I hadn't seen, so up until recently, I.e. The Godfather, didn't watch it. Casino, didn't see it. Like, he was just mortified, mortified, disgusted with me that I hadn't seen certain films. So I think I'm kind of catching up now.
Have you watched those now?
Yeah, have you seen those now?
First 2 Godfathers, yeah.
Nice.
What about like if you're in the gangster stuff? There's like Scarface, Goodfellas.
Scarface, I watched Scarface for the first time 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Nice.
That when I told him I'd never seen Scarface, he didn't talk to me for like a week. I was like, yeah, I'm not talking to you till you watch this film.
I like this guy. I like this
Yeah,
guy.
it's important, man, because some movies are going to change your life.
We just talked about mental health. Now we're advocating for bullying.
Yeah, no.
Bullying.
It was so funny. He literally looked at me and said, "What childhood did you have? He said, what would you do?"
What childhood? What children are watching Scarface?
Yeah.
I did. I did.
But he's mad. You know him. I can see him watching Scarface as a kid. He's a mad man.
What's your favorite sort of films apart from the gangster sort of stuff? What sort of things have you been into recently? Or do you just like the kind of chill out comedy stuff? Or what's your vibe?
I'm pretty open, you know. I'm pretty open. I don't mind. I'm pretty open. I give most things a shot. I give most things a chance.
Are you like into Marvel and the superhero kind of, like kind of fantasy kind of?
I got into that a little bit more. I've got into that a little bit more. I've got friends who are really into it. I mean, every time there's a film, I'm there because they drag me along, and it's like I never read the comics or anything like that, so I was a bit out of touch with a lot of things. But I've started to understand a bit more now, and started to like understand the characters a bit more.
It's mad storytelling, though, isn't it? When you think about Marvel and how they're all kind of interconnected. Someone was saying if you watch all the Marvel films in the correct order, it is actually going to blow your mind. Like, I haven't done it. I've done it out of sequence, and I might prefer this one or that one. But I didn't watch I didn't read the comics either. But I know that superheroes gets a bit of bad press at the moment, but I think sometimes from a storytelling narrative, they're doing a great job. And if it entertains you and feels like, and we were just saying recently, actually, Thunderbolts. I don't know if you've seen that one, man. That one goes into like mental health on a deep level, man.
Yeah,
I think really enjoyed
Thunderbolts is like a standout in the last many years. It's the only one that if it wasn't a superhero film, it would still be just as powerful. I think no one's got special powers really. They're a bit stronger than average, but they're no like Hulks or anything. But like the story is really deep. It's like proper actors doing it's like a drama really. There just happens to be a guy that can fly occasionally.
Okay.
It's not.
It goes deep into like depression,
and it's free on Disney right now. Have you got Disney?
Yeah, I got Disney Plus.
Get on.
I think I'll watch for him.
Yeah, we'll bully you into Thunderbolts.
And Alien Earth is another great one, man. If you're into those alien films, if you've seen any of those horrors.
I watched a lot of like series, so like I grew up on The Wire, The Sopranos.
Yeah, come on, yes.
Like The Sopranos,
all that.
Yeah, I've watched The Sopranos maybe 3 times now. Like,
wow,
like, the clips always come up. Prison Break. Those I got into those shows a lot. I'm watching one right now that I missed called The Blacklist.
Is that a film or a series?
It's a series.
Oh, is that got James Spader in it?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that looks cool.
Very, very good series so far.
Is that more the sort of crime stuff that you're into?
Yeah, I like the crime stuff. Yeah, I do. I like that. Sounds bad. I really like the gangster stuff, the crime stuff. I don't know. Just.
Have you seen Top Boy? We were talking about Top Boy.
Yeah, Top Boy. You know what? I actually enjoyed Top Boy a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
Gangs of London's a good one.
Gangs of London's amazing.
Brutal though.
Amazing.
Brutal.
The first season of that, I remember because Sky had it initially, and that first season, oh my god, I literally sat there and thought, wow, like the production of it, it was well done. The story was good. I don't think Top Boy touches Gangs of London.
Wow,
really?
That's bold.
Well, so I don't even think it's close.
Oh, that is bold.
Well, because I was going to say one feels more like a drama, and then Gangs of London feels more like a kind of hyper-violent martial arts kind of like gangs all hitting heads sort of thing.
What was the Tom Hardy one that just was recently finished its first season?
Mobland.
With Mobland. That felt a lot like Gangs of London to me. Pretty like crazy.
What's it called?
Mobland.
Mobland.
It's on Prime. It's incredible.
Is it? It's on Paramount. Not
Paramount. Sorry, yeah.
Tom Hardy. You've got Paddy Constantine. Pierce Brosnan. Helen Mirren. Yeah, man.
Paddy Constantine.
Yeah. Written by Jez Butterworth, who did a lot of kind of plays in the West End as well. Like
mental.
I'll tell you what,
mental.
I only watched Mobland because James wouldn't shut the hell up. It was boring the shit out of me. I thought, fuck it, I'll put it on for a little bit, and I was like, the bastard's right. It was so good. I was hooked very quickly. It's really gritty. It's realistic as well. It's like this. The shitty little crime boss's son thinks he's a big hard man and ends up stabbing someone, and then they have to hide him, and then the families go at each other. It sounds very simplistic, but it's damn good.
Is it one
But it's
season?
very much like Gangs of London, where
Yeah.
you'll think someone's a main character and then they'll just get killed off.
I
It's
love
like,
that
oh,
stuff.
okay.
I love that.
But
I love that. I love those shows where nobody's safe.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it's really well written because I know you love storytelling and wordplay. One
Yeah.
line that I loved in Mobland that I don't know how well Kev remembers it, but there's a bit where they go, if you're going to go to someone's the name of the family's funeral, what should you wear? And she says a flak jacket, and I'm like, that is storytelling, man.
That's crazy.
That's beautiful.
I love
like writing.
films don't get enough credit script writers don't get enough credit for their lines at all. So I remember watching The Wire when Omar robbed a poker game, and the guy goes, "Hey, that's my money," and he goes, "Money doesn't have owners, only spenders." And
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's really.
I thought The Wire was really poetic as well, because remember when they're using the analogy of the chess pieces for the actual characters, and man, The Wire is so deep and powerful.
They still have a reunion for The Wire every year. Yeah, it's a big studio in America. These actors are still getting paid off The Wire to this day. Yeah, like in royalties to this day because of how well it did. It's just a well-written show.
Yeah.
Just the characters are very, very well written.
This sounds mad. Do you remember the fuck scene where I can't remember Dominic West and I can't remember the guy he's paired up with, who's amazing actor.
Or fuck.
Fuck. They say
Oh.
fuck so many different times in this. They come to a crime scene, and it's literally a 5-minute scene, and all they use is the word fuck, and you get everything.
I remember
That's the only word it said, you mean? But it's in like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But then, but even the way that they're saying it, there's a bit like where he picks up a bullet and they look at you and go, fuck. As in, like, that fuck means something different to the other 5 or 20 fucks.
What scared me about The Wire was people like Chris, and to think that people that would actually exist in this world. This guy, he literally saw killing as a job. Like, he was never personal. For him, it was literally just a job. Like, he was so proficient at it. Like, the guy was in front of him, like, "Chris, no." And he was like, "Don't worry, I got you covered, boss. Quick and clean, I promise." Just put 2 in his head, covered him, and just left him there like nothing happened. And he just walks around the whole city terrorizing people. And then, if you remember the end of the series, they found like 100-something bodies in vacant houses. And
They dig them all up, don't they? And they find.
Yeah.
But each season is like almost like a new chapter or a new book, because season 2, I think, is the murders in the ferry port.
On the docks, yeah.
On the docks, and then it's like, and then I think 4 is like the children coming up, which is like an analogy for the people that already exist, and then 5 is how the media is manipulating situations and the gang wars and like corrupt lawyers, and it's like, it's so clever because it was almost like Game of Thrones before it became Game of Thrones. How you've got the lower.
Never watched it.
Oh wow, you should check that out, man. No one's
Game
safe.
of Thrones, to this day, I've never watched it.
No one's safe, man. No one's safe.
It's got the worst end, the greatest show with the worst ending ever.
Fair.
I've
So
heard that
ridiculous.
so many times. When it ended,
From
a
James.
friend of mine was at work, just upset. He goes, "This has had the potential to be the greatest thing ever put on TV." He said, "But they just ruined it."
Yeah, they wrecked it.
Yeah,
Well, you
but
can always-
ending a show is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
I think the ending is very hard.
If you watch season 1, I think season 1 is like one of the best, because I remember you saying you like murder mysteries and stuff like that. Season 1 of Game of Thrones is like a medieval murder mystery, which is fucking genius, man. And it's got some serious. It's well written as well. J.R.R. Martin, I think it's just incredible, man.
I would say the best murder mystery show on TV. It's not new. It's called How to Get Away with Murder.
I know that show.
Yeah, Viola
And at
Davis.
the beginning of the show, someone gets killed. The whole thing, you're like, who done it? Who done it? Who done it? It's like 6 seasons. But one thing I know we're conscious of time. One thing I do want to check. I'm not obviously the biggest poetry fan, but I have ever read like 3 books that were like poetic, and one of them come off the back of my early love of hip hop and rap. So in about 1996, I got into Tupac, which ironically I think was the year he died. And I got the Best Of album.
So yep.
And I remember listening to that. All the good stuff's on there. California Love's the first CD single of his I bought. And I know between 96 and 2001, which is when I started discovering rock music, I collected all the albums, but I did manage to get hold of his poetry book, The Rose That Grew from Concrete. Was that something you've ever like picked up?
Yep. I always told people Tupac was actually a poet. Which is why like his music even sounded the way it did. He amazing.
The two other ones were, there was a Jim Morrison poetry book that I can't for the life of me, Jim Morrison from the Doors, and the book was half green, half yellow. It was something to do with like Lizard King or something. That was amazing. But my favourite one was, there's a guy from the band Motley Crue, a guy called Nicky Six.
Okay.
And they basically printed off, he published his diaries from when he was like into drugs and that. It's called the Heroin Diaries. And the book doesn't read as a book. The book reads of snippets. It's about that thick. Reads of snippets from his journal. And I've got one of them tattooed on my arm, and it says, "There's nothing like a funeral to make you feel alive." But there's like stuff like that, and it's like, it's really cool. It's called the Heroin Diaries. You probably pick it up for hardly anything nowadays, but the whole book is written with like sections. Whereas like one week he's laying under a Christmas tree with no furniture in the house, like high, like there's
That's
no
quite a good
presents,
line,
and
though,
just
that.
talking about stuff like that. Nothing like a trail of blood to find your way home, and things like that. It's like, it's crazy read, but it's all good because he's all really cool now. I'm really like happy and healthy, but it's a mad read.
But yeah, to go back,
And I put that down more as a poetry book than
to
anything
go back
else.
to Tupac though, like he is like that, the poetry that he's got, and like especially like even he kind of, I don't know if he invented it, but not quite the rap battle, but the feud and stuff like that, and the aggressive lyrics directly at another rapper. And
Well, he had a song called
Hit 'Em Up.
He had that was originally called Fuck Mob Deep, that song.
Wow.
So that was called Fuck Mob Deep, but they had to change it so they could actually put it out places. Because there was obviously an edited version that went out on MTV, but you couldn't call it Fuck Mob Deep, so they changed it to Hit 'Em Up.
No words
The
in
full
it.
version is just like pure aggression.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite Tupac songs, actually.
I was going to say, you've got a fourth poetry book that you use as a beer mat as well.
Oh, your one?
I'm finished.
I would say that's written word. That's spoken word, but that's not. I wouldn't say it's poetry, is it? Is that poetry? Same thing? Written word?
Don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Spoken word.
I don't even know what it is. Drew, I gave that to my mum and she loved it and she's never given it back.
Oh man, we need to get you another copy, dude. We need to get you another copy.
Yeah, she stole that off me and said it was brilliant.
Oh, that's lovely. That's nice feedback. Nice.
It's always good to end on taking a piss out of Drew, isn't it?
He brought it up.
Big
Took a piss out of himself.
Scoop, have you seen his book? He's got a poetry book out. It's really good.
No, you never told me.
You never told him?
That's mad.
Drew.
I don't know. I've also got an audio version of it, man, on Audible.
Oh, send me a link or something.
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
No, I did send you the audio book.
When was this?
I gave you a free link to my audio book.
Was I on tour or something?
Maybe.
There was a time when I was really bad with that.
I didn't get a free link. Did you?
He gets a lot of messages though, man.
I think you just thought maybe I was just some crazy fan.
No,
I ain't got time for this. But yeah, I'll maybe, yeah, it's probably in your DMs, man, through Instagram.
I'll have a look, man.
Send them a fresh one, man.
Yeah, I'll send you a fresh one, dude.
Man,
thank you.
Thank you very much for coming and join us, man. That was really
worries,
cool.
Man.
Thank you so much for carving out the time, man, and sharing some amazing stories with us, dude. Really, really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, man.
It was good to hear some stuff in the background as well, but it was great to hear some of your actual spoken word as well. That was cool as anything, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
Drew are away with words.
Drew sent your stuff across a few weeks ago before he messaged you, and we were like, yeah, this guy is cool. We need this guy for sure.
Thank you.
I'm so glad it all worked out, man, and we could all get the times right. So yeah, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, amazing. What we'll do is this will go out. Let me just think. This will go out sort of mid-late September, and I'll tag you in Instagram. Feel free to share some stories and stuff like that.
Of course,
as well.
most definitely.
But yeah, awesome to meet you.
Just really, really lovely to hear the stories behind, as someone I really admire as an artist, and seriously, man, thank you so much for taking the time to be on here and sharing your wisdom and insane talent, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much, bro.
And Drew will be at your next live show, no matter where it is.
I'll be in the front row, just like,
Yeah. Amazing. All right. See you later, dude. Bye.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.
Thank you all for your continued support, and please do check out our other fun episodes with many great and interesting guests. And just to let you know, we're also on YouTube if you want to also watch us. But do give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok, and we'd love a cheeky 5-star rating on here if you had a moment. And if you do want to support us further, we do have merch. The links are here and on our socials. It's ragewhale.tmill.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.